The third film in the Conjuring saga will inherit some terrifying DNA, but there are some big changes coming to the franchise. Here's what we know about The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It so far. Part of what makes the Conjuring films so satisfying is that the stories are loosely based on actual cases investigated by two of the most famous demonologists in history.
We've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
The third installment in the Conjuring series, The Devil Made Me Do It, finds its inspiration in another famous criminal case, but it's exploring a new genre.
Sounds confused.
Unlike the first two films directed by James Wan, the third won't be a haunted house story. Instead, it's shaping up to be a courtroom drama, following the trial of Arnie Cheyenne Johnson, the first killer to claim demonic possession as a legal defense in the U.S. Johnson claimed demonic spirits had entered his body following an attempted exorcism of 11-year-old David Glatzel, the tormented younger brother of his girlfriend Debbie. And it was these same demons, Johnson claimed, who fatally stabbed his landlord Alan Bono on February 16, 1981. Debbie, who witnessed the stabbing, backed her boyfriend's story up in court. And she wasn't the only one supporting his paranormal defense. Debbie and David's mother, Judy, was so convinced the devil was responsible, she hired Ed and Lorraine Warren to help.
Okay, we ready? Then let's get started.
The Warrens supposedly couldn't complete a full exorcism on David because of an impasse with the Catholic Church, but they did help mount Arnie's unorthodox courtroom defense. We're not going to say what the jury felt about all this, especially since the film could decide on another verdict. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga have played Ed and Lorraine Warren in the Conjuring universe 5 times since 2013, in all 3 Conjuring films, as well as The Nun and Annabelle Comes Home.
It's the doll, Ed. It's a beacon for other spirits.
You may recall The Conjuring 2 was set in 1977, so it will be interesting to see what the 4-year gap represents in the life of this married couple. Julian Hilliard, who you'll remember as young Luke in The Haunting of Hill House, will be playing David Glatzel. Irish actor Ruairi O'Connor, who plays Henry VIII in the Spanish Princess series on Starz, is playing the role of Arnie Johnson, the killer. The Devil Made Me Do It is the first film in the Conjuring series that will not be directed by James Wan. The prolific filmmaker will be producing, but is turning over the directing reins to Michael Shaves, a familiar face in the Conjuring universe. He directed The Curse of La Llorona in 2019.
Rinsing.
The film finished shooting in August 2019 and is due in theaters on September 11th, 2020. Fingers crossed the release date sticks, but if you want a closer look into this terrifying true story, check out the long-running Discovery Channel series, A Haunting. Both Arnie Johnson and Debbie Glatzel provide first-hand accounts for the 2006 episode Where Demons Dwell, which is not creepy.